Hello. Well, today I've got some thoughts. Now, with national security top priority and the safety of every American citizen, and not just American citizen, but every citizen, every person, human being, safety is always number one. What I want to ask today is of the American people, of the United States of America, or any citizens that live in the United States of America. With the government trying to invade our privacy in every which way, cameras on every street corner, cell phones being able to hack, webcams everywhere, microphones. Unless you take the battery out of your phone, you can't stop somebody from hacking in and turning it on. Might be why you can't take the batteries out of cell phones anymore. They don't want you to be able to turn off that. My question is this: with facial recognition systems ever so advancing, where do you think Xbox One stands? Now, the previews everybody sees of the Xbox One seems to be so great. But here's my question: do you really want to have facial recognition system in your home constantly watching you? I mean, let's face it, you have to have an internet connection for the Xbox One to work. So it gears you to continuously to pay your subscription. You have to be hooked up to the internet. Without internet, it doesn't work. Now, with millions of people owning Xboxes, sure, millions of people aren't going to go out and buy Xbox One right off the rip. No. The manufacturers have to make their money, and then the price will slowly come down. But my question is this: in the next 4 years, how many people are going to own an Xbox One? A lot. And with all those people owning Xbox Ones and all those facial recognition systems out there in everybody's homes, do you really think the facial recognition system is designed for the owner? No. You can have a crowd of people with the Xbox One all around, and the owner walks in, bam. It says hi, as the commercial does on Crackle. Hi, Jennifer. And she takes over the Xbox. Where do you think your privacy lies? Who's invading it now? Sure, it might not be the government directly, but indirectly. Now, we all know that legal documentation spans miles, and the user agreements span pages. And I haven't read them, and I'm sure people out there have read them. And I would like everybody's comments on this. Is somewhere in there a clause that states the government has the right to pull data from Microsoft? Now, I don't follow along with a lot of things just because it's so hyped up from the media. The media just sends out negativity so that way they can get their rates. They can make their money. They don't care if it hurts anybody else. They don't care about the families that it hurts. They're only concerned about that story. Making that negative story seem huge so that way everybody flocks to their channel or their radio station or their paper and reads their story. Is the government reading who lives where? Is Microsoft collecting data of all the people that live in individual homes? And over a period of time, how much data are they going to be able to collect? I'm interested in Americans' thoughts, or the citizens of the United States' thoughts on Xbox One infiltrating your home. For their system to be able to clearly recognize who's in the room, I think is an invasion of privacy. And I think it's taken it way too far. Now, I'm giving up my privacy rights by posting this video on YouTube. But I consent to it. I'm allowing it. Now, I'm sure somewhere Microsoft will say, no, we're not doing that, or, nothing like that, or only if we're legally obligated. But then in that case, they're not legally obligated to tell you when they have a legal issue with it. So for months, years, the government can have that data subpoenaed, and we'd never even know about it until somebody leaks it, and then there'll be a big shitstorm. But by then, it won't matter. They'll have what they want. I think Xbox One is taking things a little bit too far. I think having the facial recognition system is taking the step of interacting gaming a bit too far. The Kinect was one thing to detect motion, but to actually be able to recognize a face and know who it is, well, that's software the government has had for years, but restricted it only to law enforcement. And now Microsoft, for the Xbox One, has it. And it's probably nothing new. I'm probably 10 years behind. I mean, it's probably been out there to everybody. Or has it been? That's my questions to the citizens of the United States. Is your privacy going to be violated with the Xbox One facial recognition system? Your thoughts, please post them. Anything and everything. I'm interested to see what Americans think about the Xbox One and their invasion of privacy. Is it an invasion or is it not?